How you going? Ben from More 4x4 here, just going through your build, Asher, and let's get it. So we've got the Razzler rear bar, the swingaways, they're pretty straightforward. We've got these new mounts here, they work fairly simply. They're also adjustable if for any reason they get rattly. You can just simply do that. It's awesome. Camera, all that. Same on the other side. Drawers. So I've got some stuff out here because I'll show you through those bits and pieces. These RV Trade alloy drawers. If you ever want to pull these out, there's little pins in the back here. So just slide them both in and then you can physically pull this whole drawer out so you can access if something falls behind or anything like that. There's also the lock on the side here for when because it's locked out at the moment. You can just lock that in to push it back in. We've got the compressor outlet on the side panel here. This is it. It's as simple as that. You just plug it in and then you can basically just push down on the outside to release. Beautiful. We've got the upgraded Wazza kit for your caravan. We've cut a bit bigger hole in the back here so you can simply just plug that in there like that and screw it up. Okay. On your van, you'll have to mount the other end of it. There's another little bracket here. Okay. So you can mount it however you like or make another bracket, but that basically will be on the other end of your Wazza and that'll fit onto your fitting on the van. Okay, so really simple there. That's all pretty straightforward on the back here. Yeah. So the fridge, Evercool 40 litre. They're still taped down, but you've got these nice cool little covers. And that's all fully removable as well. So that whole tray can actually get pulled out if you want to wash it clean, you know, bits and pieces. And then simply turn it on, change the temperature there, and then off. Simple. And we've got the light up here. So that goes through the 3 stages of white, and then if you hold it down, that'll turn on to your amber. Same thing. And then you go back to white like that. Alright? And then cycle through to turn off again. Pretty much covers it on the back. So these keys here, you can lock your filler. You don't really need to, but that's got a little lock here as an option. You've got override valves here for your airbags, left and right labelled. When you get into your filler, this is your Brown Davis long range tank. If you look right in there, you can see your left and your right. So left is your main standard tank, and your right is your auxiliary big Brown Davis tank. We've got them labelled here, in case you ever forget. All right. So all the extra fuses are around here. So all for his fridge, lights, everything else are mounted down the side here. Really easy access. We've got his inverter here. So he's obviously kids are going to be sitting in the back. There is a switch basically on the back of the inverter, really easy to see. If that's too much of a challenge, then we can fit a Bluetooth dongle so you can basically turn it on with your smartphone anywhere in the car. If you wanted to run a lead from this, that's super easy. Compressors here, you can actually access a bunch of stuff. There's a few extra bigger fuses up underneath through the back here. So that's really simple. You've also got extra USB there and accessory socket there as well. So there's a bit extra bonus.
whenever you're ready.
Okay, how you going, Asher? So we're back in the center console here now. We have got your compressor button here. It's on there. We've got your brake controller switch here, which basically dials up and down like this, or the override. You press it on there, so that activates. If you want to control it, there's a bunch of instructions, exact operation for that. Up the top here, your screen, so it just plugs into that, and then you can stick it onto your window. If you do want to run it over the other side or anything, you can move that fairly easily. And then coming into your controls. So now they're on basically simply down, up, down, up. Right, beautiful. And then off. Everything is off. You'll need to, you always need to activate the compressor button as well for that to be on too. Right.
And brake safe.
And your brake safe here too. That'll come on when your Trek Caravan's connected to your battery life. Right. Any questions? Hit us up. So coming into the front here, we've got your long range tank gauge. So when the ignition's on, it'll light up like this when you've got a full tank. And if you're wanting to pump the fuel across from the back tank into the front, you can basically just press here. This will come on, the little light here. It's very faint, but you'll just be able to hear the pump going on, and that'll be pumping the fuel from the rear tank into your main standard tank. And you can leave that on for as long as you're draining the rear tank. And then basically turn that off, and that'll just stay like that. Your high beam switch here, that's just basically, you can turn the lights on, and then that's on, that's off. It's purely an override switch, so they'll work with your high beams unless that override switch is off. All right, we're down to the front here now. There's a few things that are just operational stuff you'll need to know. For the winch, we've got the main kill switch. So you just need to have that on when you're going off-road. And your controller here, carbon controller. So when you want to turn that on, just hold these on for a few seconds. That little light will come on. It's a bit hard to see in daylight, but that did come on there. And so when we're coming down the front, simple as out and in. All right, turning it back off again, hold them back on, and that'll flash to show you that it's off. I've just put this on, but basically to plug it in there, there's a little keyway, so just be careful that you make sure you put it in the right way. Otherwise, yeah, you may get it jammed or something silly. Same deal with this. Is in and out. And then this can come, there's a little plug on the side. You turn that and pop it out. Okay. Now another thing down here is your winch free spool. So we've just notched this out a fraction. So you can basically reach right down here and turn that. All your fuses and circuit breakers are labeled. So we've got your brake controller, Anderson plug, your light bar, red, and your main battery in the back. They're all here, so if you ever have a problem, you can come to here and check this out first. All right. On the Razzler bull bar, everything is relocated to the front. So you've got your washers here, they'll pop out when you actuate them. All your sensors, they're all through here. Your radar is hidden behind this plastic cover here. And your recovery points up underneath here too. And yeah, camera comes down here, that's normally up here. So we've relocated that there. And everything is beautiful. One thing, with the suspension. When it's getting serviced, there is a cap here. So this can be popped off with just like a little flat blade screwdriver or something similar. There is a grease nipple up underneath there that will need to be greased, you know, generally every service. If you're doing a lot more off-road, harder off-road, then just do it more regularly, and that maintains that ball joint there. Okay, so that finishes up the build. Hope you all enjoyed it. Coming back for more. Yeah,